It's live. It's live. Come. We're waiting. Are y'all able to connect? Okay, there's one. Who's that one? You. That was it. I wonder if that one is you. Hey, hello. Thank you for joining me. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I can be heard and make sure that my book can be seen. And I think we are going to be good to go. So I'd like to start on time. So we have just a few seconds left. Please leave any comments, questions. You can put them in the chat and I will do the best that I can to answer them. And if I don't get the opportunity to answer them right away, I will answer them as soon as possible. All right, well, it is 7 o'clock, so let's begin. And I bring to you Fur Friends Forever, which is my first book that I've had published. And be on the lookout for Fur Family Forever. It should be coming out in 2021. So let us begin. Cannot forget to mention my illustrator. Her name is Miss Roche Lacey. So I want to, shout her out and give her kudos for doing an amazing job assisting me in creating Fur Friends Forever. Snore. On a windy and dreary morning, Abby and Lincoln are ready for their normal morning routine. Abby is usually up first, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and Lincoln, the prince of dogs, comes in dragging his little furry paws across the floor. Mom lets them outside, and away they go on their adventure into the backyard. Fall has begun to set in. The leaves are turning warm colors like orange and yellow. They are visible in everyone's yard. Look how beautiful this is, yells Abby as she jumps through a pile of leaves raked by Father days ago. I wonder what Dad is going to do with these piles. I bet he made them just for me, laughs Abby. Whatever you say, replies Lincoln. Lincoln tiptoes carefully through the leaves, trying not to hear the crunch under his feet. The true meaning of a house dog, Lincoln loves to be in the house. Around the corner comes Molly, a friendly face. Molly is a sweet dog who doesn't have a forever home like Abby and Lincoln. She enjoys coming over to have playtime with Abby, and today isn't any different. She joins Abby in jumping in the pile of leaves. You two ever thought that maybe these piles were there for a reason and not the reason y'all are using them for, gripes Lincoln. He is the party pooper of the crew, but more of a realist if you ask him. Playing with Abby and Molly would never be anything that Lincoln would ever consider. He enjoys time in Mom's rocking chair and eating expensive treats. As Abby and Molly continue to play, the wind becomes stronger. Don't you think it's a bit windy? Asked Abby. Oh, we are fine, screams Molly as she leaps across a double pile of leaves. The piles are no longer visible. Double trouble had destroyed them all. What do you think Dad is going to say about this? Asked Lincoln. He is sitting comfortably in Mom's outside rocking chair. Before Abby can answer, there is a loud sound that makes the blackbirds move so fast through the sky that they look like a blanket of dark waves wandering quickly away from the possible danger. A few seconds later, the sound emerges again. This time around, there is not a single bird in sight. Lincoln never fears danger, but he knows that it is time to go to his safe spot inside the house. He hops down from the rocking chair and goes to the door barking, signaling to let him in. He is so neat and clean for a boy, says Molly. Yes, I don't know where they found him, Abby replies. The loud sound comes again, and this time with some streaks of lights appearing in the sky. Double Trouble wants to know what the sound is and what it was that appeared in the sky. There is only one major problem. Abby isn't supposed to leave the yard without permission. She would sometimes ignore the rule and suffer the consequences like no tummy rubs or extra treats. She is willing to take the risk this time because she doesn't want to let Molly down. Molly has it so much easier because she doesn't have a family to keep up with her like Abby. Molly doesn't have a curfew, but she also does not have a warm bed to sleep in at night either. She is your typical stray dog who just wants to be loved, but on her own terms. As the dogs leave the yard, Abby looks back. She knows that she isn't making the best decision. Molly calls her, and they continue to walk. Street after street, they keep walking. The wind is blowing so hard that they can barely see. Along with this comes another problem. They are lost. Sprinkles of raindrops begin to fall, and the noise becomes louder. Abby is heartbroken. She hasn't been this far away from home before, not to the point that she doesn't know how to get back home. So Abby sits and cries, and she watches the wind take her tears away and down the street like a water stream. Sad and cold, Abby wants to go home. She promises that if she gets back, she will never do this again. And a few minutes later, a small light and something that appears to be in a raincoat and boots come around the corner. It is Lincoln, and he has come to save his Abby. They may not see eye to eye, but they know that they are family and they have to look out for each other. Lincoln, you came for me, exclaimed Abby. Yes, I did. And now my fur is wet. Come on, let's go home before we both end up in trouble, Lincoln explains. Lincoln in his little fur coat. Suddenly, the rain stops. Abby looks at Molly. And Molly says, "You guys go ahead. I understand." There is something about the way they look at each other. It is a look of, we may never see each other again. Their friendship may have to become a memory, and they are both trying to figure out if they are okay with that. Then it is Abby and Lincoln once again, both headed to a home where they are loved. We can only wish the same for Molly one day, a day when she is ready, and so is her forever family. In the meantime, this adventure is enough for both Abby and Lincoln. They go home, dry up, have their nightly treat, and are off to bed for sweet dreams. The next morning, Abby and Lincoln go out for their normal morning routine, and they notice the sun is shining brightly across the beautiful blue sky. The birds are chirping, and as Abby walks around, she thinks about Molly. She wonders if she's coming today. Lincoln knows what Abby is thinking about, so he sits with her and they wait. The end. The end. Thank you all so much for taking the time to listen to me read my first book, Fur Friends Forever. And a little treat is that I would like for you to meet the main characters of the story. So give me just 1 minute so that I can grab them. Linky Poo, come here. Come here, Lily. Linky Poo, come here. And first up, we have Lincoln. And so Lincoln is definitely the true meaning of a house dog. He loves to have his little outfits on. He loves to stay in the house. He does actually bark when he has to go out, and he barks when he's ready to come in. And I've had Lincoln now for 8 years. So very, very loving, but very stuck up attitude. But he's full of love, and he's definitely one of Mama's favorites. And so now let me get to show you our other character, Abby. Abby, come here. Come here, Abby. Come here. I'll come here. And here is Abigail. Abigail did become friends with the dog that we named Molly, because Molly was a stray who did used to come around and visit each morning when I would let Abby and Lincoln out for their morning routines. And so I would also give Molly treats when I would give Abigail and Lincoln treats when they would come back in. And so I've had Abigail here now for at least, I know for sure, 4 years. And we received her from the Humane Society that we have here. And some of the proceeds that I have received from Fur Friends Forever, we donated back in September around my birthday. We donated bags of dog food, and we also donated some dog treats. So, and I would love to show you Raina, who's going to appear in Fur Family Forever. Let's see if I can get her here. Come here, Raina. Come here. Raina, come here. Raina is her dad's dog. Um, she does whatever he says. She doesn't really listen to me. So let me turn. Come on, Raina. And let's let the people see you. Raina. There you go. Say hey. Say hey. And she loves me every blue moon. So Raina will have her debut in the book Fur Family Forever. Fur Family Forever is currently with the illustrator. So as soon as we finish getting all of the illustrations together and get them placed with the parts of the story, I can get it over to the publisher and hopefully we will have it out within the next couple of months. Um, if you have any classes, especially educators, and you would love for me to read to your class, please reach out either on Twitter, on Facebook, or on Instagram. And I would be more than happy to read to your class as well as show them the main characters. It's been a blessing to be able to have a book published and it's an even bigger blessing to be able to have a second one to come out to follow. And I spoke to a class recently, and a young man in the class asked me if I was going to do a series. And so I had never thought about doing a series. I just, was just so thankful and blessed with the opportunity of being able to have at least one book out. So, and I was extremely blessed and thankful that my publishing company is allowing me to have yet another book out. So I see the illustrator has joined the feed. I'm so excited that Miss Roche has been able to join us, and she's also illustrating Fur Family Forever. So as soon as we can get those pictures done, we would have Fur Family Forever over to the publisher and have it out within the next couple of months. It will be out hopefully in the first half of 2021. My goal is March, but I'm hoping March or April, somewhere in between there, that we're able to get it out. And if it comes out in April, that would be great because it would be the birthday month of Fur Family Forever. So it would be awesome for me to be able to celebrate the birthday by having Fur Family Forever come out around the same time. So do know that the book was based off of actual, I say actual events. There was a dog in our neighborhood that was named, that we named her Molly. She didn't have a name, but we did name her Molly. And the craziest thing is that after I wrote that story, Molly went away. We didn't see her anymore after that. And I just thought that it was so crazy that I was able to write the story. And when I wrote the story, she no longer came around. And she, we looked for her at the shelter and we, would look for her each day when we would leave the house and come back. And we didn't find her. So we don't know where Molly is, but we do hope that Molly did find her a forever family to help take care of her. So thank you all again for joining. It really means a lot. I'm greatly appreciative of you all. And again, if you would like for me to read to any of your classes or read to any of your babies, I will be more than happy to do so and show them the main characters. I think that's the best part. And again, thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday to join me in reading my book. And Lincoln loves to be on camera. And you all have a great rest of your Saturday. Again, thank you so, so much for taking the time out to join me. So you all please be kind, be safe, stay safe, and be blessed. And you all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday.